Her voice is annoying, right?
It is. Can you change it?
Oh, don't ask me to do anything technical. Okay, welcome back to the Brown Snake interview series, episode whatever. Today, my guest is Twitter personality Becki. Welcome, Becki.
Hello.
Now, Becki, you're a traditional wife. Are
Yes.
most modern women crap wives?
Yes, I would probably agree with that.
Because they're career bitches?
Not necessarily that, but I think they've grown up on Disney movies where they think they're princesses.
Oh, you're right. Preach, sister.
There's like a billion bridal magazines.
Have you heard of the expression, the bigger the wedding, the bigger the cunt?
I haven't heard that one, but it definitely tracks.
Yeah, it rings true, right?
Yeah.
Because they're the worst. They're the ones that want it all about them, not all about the marriage and the whole thing.
Well, they want to have a wedding more than they want to be married.
Hence the cunt.
Yeah.
Good. Well, we've agreed on one thing. How long have you been married?
It'll be 7 years.
Well, that's not long. You're newlyweds.
Yeah.
Well, that's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Are wives annoying? I find women pretty annoying, and I hold you accountable. Like,
okay.
Why do you talk so much?
I personally don't think I talk too much, but I grew up in a family of women who were very loud, and so I just grew up shutting my mouth, knowing when to pick my jabs. But yeah, for the most part, I get annoyed with myself sometimes.
I get annoyed with you too.
I know, you make it very clear.
Yeah, well, like, for example, this morning, I like a nice quiet morning before I make my eggs. I make a coffee and my wife has a shower, does her hair for 5 hours. And I like to be left alone and, you know, check the Twitter, have a coffee, look after the kids. And sometimes she wants to talk to me about, oh, I might go for dinner tonight. And I don't care. And it's very annoying. I think there should be rules. I think women should not talk to men more than, say, 20 minutes a day. Is that reasonable?
Well, maybe. It depends on who you're talking to.
Like, I can't even take a shit in peace, Becki. A fucking shit.
I have small children. I haven't gone to the bathroom alone in years. So I'm just used to it at this point.
Yeah, I'm used to the kids being annoying when you're taking shit, but your wife, she'll come in and I'm trapped. So she goes, haha, I can talk to him now.
No, that is off limits. Bathroom is private time from your spouse. They shouldn't know anything about your habits at all.
She doesn't care. She'll just come in and start raving on.
That's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. So I'm going to quote you on that. I'm going to write that down. You are ridiculous, Becki said.
Mm-hmm.
What's your take on modern emotional guys? Should a husband cry?
In certain cases, it's acceptable.
Name
but they're a
these
little
cases.
too weepy. If their dad dies, a dog they've had for 10 years passes away.
Right, yeah.
But if your sports team loses, that's grow up.
Right. No crying over sport.
Mm-hmm.
Check. Are you a scary wife? Like, do you intimidate your husband? Because you seem a bit scary.
I know what I want and I know what is acceptable to me.
Well,
but I don't think I'm scary.
That just scared me just then.
Really?
Yeah. Any woman that says, I know what I want, I think, oh, fuck me.
Well, you brought up the dinner thing earlier at breakfast, right?
Right.
I've told my husband, unless there is something you specifically want that night, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to cook what I cook and you'll eat what I cook. That cuts out a long conversation, a lot of back and forth.
I completely agree.
Yep.
In fact, my wife never asks me and just cooks whatever and I just eat it because I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'd be happy with toast for dinner. I don't care. It's just food.
There's nights I have cereal for dinner.
I hate cereal.
Well.
What sort of cereal?
It makes me sound very old, but I do like a good bowl of Raisin Bran.
Keeps you regular.
Well, I don't eat enough of it to notice that, but I do enjoy it. Put a little banana in it. It's very good.
Oh, you sound like my mum or something. Jesus Christ. How
Well,
old
we're
are
getting
you?
older. I am 40. I'll be 41 at the end of the summer.
That's pretty old for a woman. Like, I think a woman's past the prime at 35 is my personal theory. Would you have a take on that?
I think it depends on the kind of life you've lived up to that point.
What does that mean?
Because, well, there are some women that we've talked about who are barely 30 and they look 45.
Well, is that from smoking? Smoking seems to age the face, doesn't it?
Smoking does age you. Too much time in the sun. That's a bad one.
Woo.
You know all about that.
I don't like these personal attacks. This isn't what this is about. Fuck me. Well, I'm not a woman, so a guy's appearance is nowhere near as important as a woman's.
Guys get better looking the older they get.
I'm hot as fuck and I'm 51. That's a fact. But I don't think it matters, really. It certainly doesn't matter to me what I look like. I use my charm.
Sure.
I'm a very charming man.
You are very charming.
I know. So would you get mad at your husband if he put a lot of blood and mud on the bed sheets?
I would be confused.
Well, say you did a bit of yard work, accidentally didn't shower well, had a cut that opened up. You'd be like, oh, that's okay, baby. I'll fix that. Don't worry about it.
How much blood?
Maybe a gallon.
Yeah, that's a little much.
I don't know what a gallon is.
I would be concerned. I don't know about mad. I would be very concerned and wanting to get into a hospital.
Yeah, I get in trouble for bleeding a lot, and I don't understand it.
You don't have Band-Aids there.
Well, I don't like them. They kind of just fall off. They don't really work. You need a better Band-Aid.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so what makes a good husband in Becki world?
Smart, funny, loyal, and gives me my space to do what I need to do, just as I would give him his space to do what he wants to do.
I agree with that. What's your definition of loyal? Like, I've got friends that think if you don't get another woman pregnant, that's loyal, so you can still fuck around.
Well, that's just silly.
Right. Is like the Kevin Brennan theory of getting a hand job at the hand job place, is that still being loyal?
I would say not.
Right. You're very strict. So just say making out with a woman, is that disloyal? It's not sexual. Right.
You don't think that's sexual?
Not really, no. Well, a vagina's nowhere near a mouth and you're not sticking your dick in a mouth. So it seems okay.
But you don't think kissing sometimes can be more intimate than the other stuff?
Well, when I was young, I wasn't very loyal, and I'd go out and I'd be engaged and I'd be making out with chicks and, you know, whatever, filling them up. And I didn't think that was a big deal. To me, that was like shaking a guy's hand. It's not that big a deal. But apparently that's not socially acceptable.
If she had done it, would you think that that's loyal from her?
Of course not, but I don't think men and women are the same. What, do you think everyone's the same?
No, but I think couples have their own rules of what is acceptable and what is not. You asked what was loyal to me.
Right. Yeah, well, I don't follow those policies anymore. Now I do nothing. But I saw that some bunny chick had this thing on Twitter, a poll this week, and it was about cheating and, you know, do all men cheat? And I don't think they do. But
no, I don't think they all do. No.
But some women think like jerking off's cheating or looking at porn's cheating. So it depends on the definition. It was a poorly worded poll, some bunny. Fucking idiot. Now, my young dear friend Caucasian Honger is looking for a good wife to marry. What advice do you have for him in today's market? Like, how's he going to find a woman with the filters and the makeup?
You and I both have had this conversation with him.
Yeah.
He needs to look in different places.
Like where?
I say he should go to church. He should go to work with different charities and meet people that way, because obviously what he's doing isn't working.
What if he's an atheist? Like, you don't want some churchy chick.
I go to church every week, but I don't go because I necessarily believe in something. I'm part of a community. I have a moment where I can sit and be quiet and feel at peace. It gives the kids structure. And I've said before, if you're in church on a weekly basis, you're at least trying to make an effort to be a decent human being. So that's got to be worth something.
Yeah, I can't do that. I can't.
Okay.
I can't shave and get dressed up.
You don't have to.
It seems like a lot of effort. Like, I hate doing anything.
Well, you're already married. You don't have to put in an effort.
No, that's right. I'll let myself go. But getting back to Hongo, like, are you worried for him that most women are whores now?
Sure. I'm worried that he's going to choose wrongly.
Like, based on looks?
Like, based on who he interacts with from what he's, shared.
Yeah. But it's very hard. It's a difficult world out there for the young guys.
I can't imagine going through it now.
I can't imagine using the apps and the internet to meet a girl. It'd be horrific.
Are people using them to actually find relationships, or are they looking for hookups?
I think both.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just so common now to use the apps for initially the hookups and the dating or whatever. But yeah, I know people that have gotten married and shit from Tinder. Like, some people treat Tinder like a dating app. Some people don't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I've never used it. It's fucking weird to me, but I'm old.
Yeah.
Which is nice. I don't want to be bothered with all this shit.
It's amazing the older you get, how less of a shit you give about a lot of things.
Yeah, you're right.
You let go of a lot of that shit.
Some people are old before their time. Like, I was an old grumpy guy at 30. So
yeah. I can see that.
Do you think a woman who, for example, sells her panties online or, is a cam girl or whatever, is she redeemable or is she lost? Is there something fundamentally flawed?
I think there's probably an element that to get them to that place, they're broken, but I think they can, kind of fix whatever is broken, but you're always going to have that part of you. You have to live with that.
How would you
I think a lot
it?
of girls do OnlyFans now, and they're not thinking about in 10 to 15 years time when they're going to have a child who could just search them on the internet and find their nudes.
Right. You don't want to see your mother's vagina.
No.
And then there's the videos. It'd be pretty bad.
Yeah, for sure.
Those kids are screwed.
Yeah. They're not making great choices.
No. You have like 20 kids, right?
No.
How many kids?
4 officially. And then we have fosters coming in and out a lot. So
that's a lot of kids.
Yeah.
Do they all have their own bedroom?
The twins share a room. And then my daughter has her own room. And my oldest has his own room. And then we have, extra bedrooms for whoever's traveling in and out.
That's chaos.
It's great chaos, though.
Yeah. Families are good like that. But do you have to take them to activities every afternoon? Is that annoying?
Not every afternoon. And, you have different moms who will say, oh, I'll, take the kids to jujitsu this week. So you trade off a lot.
No, I take my kids myself every time. I've got parents who are like, oh, do you want me to bring, Max to football? I'm like, no, I always take them myself. It's weird.
Yeah.
But
well, you're a great dad.
Football's actually quite fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
But like, swimming lessons sucks. Do your kids do swimming lessons?
They don't do lessons, no.
Oh, in Australia, swimming is really important.
Mm-hmm.
In the surf, there's rips and dangers, so they've got to be pretty good swimmers, unless you want your kids to die, which some people do. Fair enough, but I'm against it. It's a lot of effort to raise them. Why kill them?
Yeah.
Do you think
you've already put that much time and money into them? It's like
exactly. You're not committed.
Yeah.
Do you think it's harder to raise kids today without them coming weak pussies?
Yes, I think it's harder. I have nieces and nephews who are teenagers now and on social media, and I can't imagine being that age and having social media.
How old are they?
My nieces and nephews, my oldest is 16.
Oh, it's okay to have social media at 16. Jesus.
Sure, but it can be brutal.
Yeah, but I think if you've got a strong sense of self and self-esteem by that point, it's probably water off a duck's back and you can handle it.
Maybe. Girls and boys' experiences are different too.
Yeah, I never think about girls' experiences because they're not that important.
Oh.
Oh. Should men wear jewelry?
A wedding ring and a watch, maybe?
What do you need a watch for?
Well, it looks nice. You don't have to, but I think it's acceptable if you'd like to wear one, a nice one.
It's a little bit gay.
If you say so. It doesn't bother me.
What about cologne?
Unless they spend a ridiculous amount of money on one, then I'm like, ugh. It just looks bad.
That's an ego thing. But what about cologne? Men with cologne?
It doesn't, I don't think about it.
But it doesn't repulse you?
Not that they're doing it. I mean, I've smelled some men's cologne that repulses me.
Right. So I look at guys like MaxG and they're very into fashion and style.
Mm-hmm.
Is that okay? Like for you personally for a husband to be that into it?
I don't get that. It's not my thing. I think it's kind of gay, but.
Yeah. Well, not that there's anything wrong with that, to quote Jerry Seinfeld.
No.
Should a man mow his own lawn?
Yes.
You don't outsource that shit?
Well, we do, but my husband travels a lot, so I.
Oh, you're a hypocrite. Fucking lazy.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd be home a fair bit. Jesus, it's enough. You can work it out. I'm going to talk.
We're job creators. We're paying.
Yeah, that's what lazy people say. Do you pay for a house cleaner?
No, I do it all myself.
As you should.
Yes.
All right, we get on to our
rummaging through my things.
Yeah, well, that's where you listen to your podcast, don't you? When you're doing housework and shit.
Yep.
All right, let's get on to podcasts. What are your favorite podcasts?
I'm a big Compound fan.
Right. Which shows on Compound?
I'm in and out on In Hot Water. I get off of it for a little bit and then I'll get back into it. Tax for the most part.
Why do you find it annoying?
I didn't say I find it annoying, but sometimes it just gets to be a little repetitive.
The gay porn. Do they still do the gay porn thing?
I haven't seen it in a while, but I haven't been watching every day.
Because you're Team Aaron?
I'm not team anybody. I love them both. I think they're both funny. And I think if either one of them were unhappy in that situation, it's better that they split up and do what they need to do rather than be miserable together.
You sound like a diplomat.
Well, it's just how I feel about it.
Yeah, fair enough. So other Compound shows you like?
Anything Pat Dixon. I am a big Pat Dixon fan.
Yeah.
What else?
What about the wet spots?
No, that's not my thing.
You don't like the whores?
No, I don't find them particularly interesting.
All good looking. They're not really that good looking on that show. Like there's not enough there.
I need to know when we're going to retire the term porn star too.
Because are they stars?
None of them are particularly stars.
Yeah. Well, most girls now that are fat can sell their snatch online for not much and they're a star. You're right. Mm-hmm. You're dead right. Yeah, fuck them all. Now I'm getting angry. How long have you subscribed to Compound?
3 years maybe.
And what brought you to Compound?
I was more of a Stern girl growing up. I didn't have really any exposure to O&A, and I saw Ant on Joe Rogan one day, and I started looking into it, and then Ant went on Nick DiPaolo's show, and I'm a big Nick DiPaolo fan, and kind of followed him from there.
Yeah, I've never really listened to Nick DiPaolo. Is he any good?
Oh, you would love him. He's an angry fuck like you.
I'm not angry. I call myself the Zen master. What a dick. Fucking hell.
I think
so what about Dave Landau? Did you like Landau when he was on?
I did like Landau when he was on. I wasn't sure that they were the best fit together.
Because he had a fat wife.
I don't know what his wife looks like.
She's fat.
Okay, but yeah, I don't know the details of why he left or how it happened, but it's not something I care that much about to get worked up about.
Well, it's fun to get worked up. Jesus. All right, what about not aside from Compound now? Though I am interested actually to ask you, what do you think Compound has got a healthy future as is? Like, do you think Ant can move? Do we sting from wherever the fuck Carolina is and it still all works with the studio back in New York? Or do you think it's going to change?
I don't know that it's working well now. I had an issue with my subscription the last few weeks where I wasn't able to watch it on my computer or on the Roku. And I got an email back finally last night, and I discovered I hadn't been paying for Compound for like over a year and a half.
What?
Yeah. So I don't know that they've got the best people running things over there, but
they got E-Rock. He's very on things.
Okay.
No, well, there is a theory that fat guys are kind of sloppy, right?
Is E-Rock as fat as everybody says?
I don't even know, but it's funny that everyone thinks he's fat. I don't know if he's fat.
Anytime I see him now, it's only like from the chest up when he's in the booth during Ant's show or something. I don't.
Well, if the talent that go there call him fat, he must be fat.
Sure.
So I just take it on trust.
Sure.
It is.
Okay.
It is very funny to trash fat people. It's one of my favorite hobbies.
Who's your favorite fat person to make fun of?
In that you would know.
Yeah, like comedian wise, it's got to be Bobby Kelly, right?
I'm not a big Bobby Kelly fan. I don't listen to his you-know-what dude thing. There's too many people talking.
I don't listen to his show either, but it is funny, like when Kevin makes, the Bobby Belly names and things like that.
Yeah, Blobby Belly. But he's nearly too fat where it's becoming sad.
It's very concerning.
He's got kids. He's going to die.
Yeah, he's entering like Ralphie May territory.
Yeah, I think it's funny when people are a little bit fat. They're not really that fat. They're chubby. They're funny to trash.
Sure.
But, I am the Zen master, so that's just how I look at things. I'm not as mean as you, Becki.
I know I'm the queen of mean, apparently.
Yeah, you're the bitch. I'm very intimidated of this interview.
Oh, no. Then why did you ask?
Were you a mean girl at school?
No, I don't think so. I was very quiet and I kept to myself. I had very few close friends.
So would you say you're a nerd?
I think so, yeah.
Were you like, from what I understand of America, which is quite substantial, girls are either nerds, or cheerleaders. Is that accurate?
No, not at all.
So by not at all, you mean yes?
I was definitely a nerd in school and very shy.
Just read books by yourself quietly?
Yeah, for sure. But I came from a big family and it was very loud and I always kind of craved that quiet.
Yeah, I like quiet too. Did you go to college?
Yes, I did.
What did you study?
Early childhood education.
Oh my God, you are my wife. That's what my wife did.
Really?
Yeah, that's what she does.
Mm-hmm.
It's terrible.
It is pretty bad, yeah.
Yeah, you go to these places and you know what? It's full of children. Like sometimes she'll ring me, oh, can you drop off, my jacket? I'm cold. I'm like, no. Mm-hmm. And then she goes, please. And you go in there and there's kids everywhere.
I was working one day and my brother dropped something off for me. And he goes, I don't know how you come home every night and not drink yourself to sleep.
Oh, I'm not that kind because I think she's a woman. She should be able to tolerate children. And she chose the fucking career. I mean, that's on her. But for me, it's pretty bad. You know that scene in Alien where they're going in the spaceship area and there's all these pods?
I've never seen it.
What the fuck, man? Anyway, in Alien, there's all these pod things and they're opening up and they're trying to sneak through and the aliens come out. And it reminds me when I go to a childcare centre, it's just like you just want to sneak in and get the fuck out.
Sure.
Kids are creepy.
But I would prefer dealing with the little kids than the big kids.
I think big kids are pretty funny, to be honest. Like, they're smart asses, which I respect. So you grew up in, like, the Michigan area. Is Michigan a state?
It is a state, yes.
Is that a cold state?
Yes, for the most part.
Right. Well, I'm going to put a line through that because that's not me at all.
I know.
And now you live like the Bay Area in California, is that correct?
That is correct.
And did you move there just to get a gay friend?
No, I did not.
Because I see movies and I know that's what women want.
Yeah. Women
How many gay friends do you have over there?
I have a lot of gay friends, but I haven't counted them.
Oh, I want you to.
The ones that live how close to me?
I don't know. You define what your friends are.
Well, I have gay friends everywhere. I've got, Honger.
I mean, in the real world.
There's probably a good 5 to 6 gay guys I'm friends with. I have a few lesbian friends. I mean,
do they ever hit on you?
No.
Not even drunk, they get a bit touchy.
No.
They, you make out, you can tell me.
No, it doesn't happen. I think I kind of put that vibe out.
Well, I thought at college most girls have a gay hookup or they make out with girls. They go through that phase.
That wasn't my experience. I didn't live in the dorms at all. And I had to work like 3 jobs to get myself through college. And I didn't have time to do that kind of party thing.
Yeah, right. So you're basically a nerd your whole life.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm tolerant of nerds. That's one of my policies. So I'm going to be pretty
benevolent of you.
Yeah, I'm a good guy. I can't read this. Why do you listen to podcasts? This is something I think is weird about you. You listen to podcasts at double speed.
It just makes it more efficient.
Shouldn't you just try and enjoy the podcast?
I do enjoy it that way, but I'm going to really annoy you. I've started watching TV shows and movies at 2 times speed.
I don't even know how you do that.
Yeah, I started getting more into podcasts when TV started getting so fucking awful.
Yeah, it's pretty gay.
And preachy. Like everything you turn on has an agenda. It's like, shut the fuck up.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
But you watch some pretty trash shit. Like you watch that 600-pound fat people show. Why do you like that show?
I don't watch that show.
Yeah, you've told me you watched that My 600-Pound Life.
Oh, no, 1,000-Pound Sisters.
Whatever, I don't know. What the fuck?
Yeah. It makes you feel better about yourself. It really does.
So if you're a bit fat, you go, look at that fat cunt.
It could be worse, yeah.
But I can't watch it. It sickens me. I can't watch it. It's so bad.
I can't watch a lot of it, but I do like to tune in from time to time and just check in and see what's going on.
Do you watch that at double speed?
Yep.
That must be very annoying for your husband. He must find you very fucking annoying.
Probably.
No, I feel sorry for him.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sensitive like that. You watch a lot of those murder shows, right? Like you love the murder.
Oh, yes. I love those shows.
Have you worked out your perfect murder plan?
No, I've never gone that far. I think what's so intriguing about them for me is seeing how little the smallest reasons can get people killed. It's really surprising. Like one day you could just say something the wrong way and someone's going to off you. That's very scary. And I like seeing the psychology.
You don't feel like that sometimes? There's just some person that you just want to kill on sight?
No, I've never gone that far. I mean, I'd like to
weird.
maybe smack somebody.
No, I've wanted to kill people for no good reason. I just don't like them.
Well,
so that's not confusing.
Examples.
But the interesting thing is, to me, how to not get caught. Like most people get caught because they talk too much or they take their phone or whatever. Or
have you ever had dreams that you've done something really bad and you're trying to hide evidence?
No, I don't really dream.
I've had dreams like that.
Well, that probably means you've got some guilty shit in your life that you're just trying to process.
Probably, yeah. Like
you're like Flat Cat who passed a note when she was 12 and she's riddled with guilt over it. That's not healthy.
No, that's a little.
That's heartbreaking.
Too far. Yeah.
No, I don't feel guilty about things, but to me, I mean, you should have got some tips now where you could be a professional killer.
Well, that's if you're going to plan something out. But if it's a heat of the moment thing, I mean, you're down to luck at that point.
Well, you should have like a bag of lime and some plastic in your shed ready to go.
Oh, so you're saying plan ahead just in case?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Like if I was
what
a
do you
young
think
guy,
people should have on site for those emergency situations?
Yeah, well, where I live in a small town and it's surrounded by mountains, right? And there's heaps of national forests. It's not very populated. And there's just hundreds of kilometres of trails and ravines and all sorts of spaces. So, you can't help but think, wouldn't that be a good place to put a body? You don't think like that? Or is it just too crowded over there?
I don't think about that.
You're a weird kid. Do all Americans have type 2 diabetes?
It's getting close to that, I think.
Why is that? Is that because of the sweet breakfast, like the waffles?
They put corn syrup in everything. Everything is preserved, and they're just raising a bunch of fat people.
It's just the love of the sweet. Like you got to have your maple syrup or something. It's like even fruit. That's just another sugar. Enough with the fruit, motherfucking Brian Balti.
Well, you have to have a little bit of fruit, but
no, you don't. Why do you have to have fruit? Why do you have to have fruit?
Scurvy.
You can have like a capsicum or something. Or what do you call them? Bell peppers.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is there vitamin C in them?
Yeah, heaps. There's other things you can have. You don't have to have fruit. Fuck fruit. You're probably paid by.
Is tomato a fruit?
Tomato is a fruit technically, but I would call it a salad, really. I mean, let's not be ridiculous. It's not sweet either. Fruit to me seems to always be sweet. Is there any fruit you hate? Like I hate watermelon. It's shit.
I don't hate watermelon. It's not my go-to.
No,
do I hate any fruit?
You should.
I can't think of any fruit offhand that I could say, but
the other thing I've noticed about America is you're all on drugs. Why is that?
Because it's a deeply unhappy society.
The gummies. Explain to me the gummies. You're adults and you're taking gummies. Nothing makes me more angry than the gummies.
Why?
It's so stupid. Just learn to be at peace without your stupid gummies.
Yeah, but I'm 40 years old. I've tried the peace thing and it wasn't working for me.
Because you're speeding up your life. Like everything's 2 times. So you're all like jazzed and then you probably can't sleep at night. Can you sleep at night good?
No.
Well, maybe listen to podcasts at half speed. You're just doing everything wrong.
Maybe I'll try it your way for a while and see how it goes.
Maybe. And then you'll be all like chill, slow talking.
Then you will be like the real life coach, like you used to have in your Twitter name.
I'm a great life coach.
Mm-hmm. Who are your success stories so far?
Damn it. William from History Homos.
What did you help him with?
He was miserable.
So you helped him come into his homo-ness?
He's not gay.
Did you encourage him to grow the mullet?
No, but I do like the mullet.
Somehow it's not as annoying on him as it is to most people.
No, and he's a good dude.
It fits him.
Yeah. I like him because he just couldn't give a fuck any longer, and that's a healthy way to live.
Yeah.
And he seems to have given up on women and life, and I respect that.
Yeah, there is something great about that.
Yeah, because once your kids are raised, like, why do you need a partner? You don't really need a partner. You can tolerate a partner, and some people even love their partners, which is gay, but like I don't understand like why you'd want a partner if you're not raising kids together.
I can see the appeal.
What is the appeal?
Well, you have a built-in support system and friend and,
I don't need that.
Well, you're very lucky that way. You are a special man.
What are you saying, special needs? Is that a slam?
I didn't say you were in the special ed class like somebody else we know.
Is Jim Stancer retarded?
I don't think he's retarded, but he would probably agree he's a bit special needs sometimes.
He's something, but I thought you two would bond because you both got the ADD.
You think I have ADD?
You listen to podcasts at 2 times speed, TV shows at 2 times speed. What the fuck would you call it? Well, what is it?
Being efficient.
Oh, you're ridiculous. When you have sex, you go, let's make this super efficient. No, you're supposed to enjoy some things in life.
I do enjoy them. If I listen to the podcast at double speed, I have more time to do other things I enjoy.
It's a sign of madness. It's not healthy.
I never claimed I wasn't insane.
No, all women are insane. In your defense, I don't think there is a sane
That's true.
woman. Not one. In fact, if anyone who listens to this, if any of the 5 people who listens to this show can present me a sane woman, I'm open-minded. I'm prepared to look, but I don't think they exist.
I can't disagree with you.
Can men and women be platonic friends in the real world? I'm not talking about gay men because they're more women. I'm talking about heterosexual men and heterosexual women. Can they be platonic friends?
I think so.
No, you're wrong. Again, you're wrong. Because a woman thinks so. But a man who's friends with a woman, 100% at some point is going to think about fucking her, whether he expresses or not. And she can get weird quick. And you might never know. You're like innocent Pollyanna, skipping along, not realizing what's going on in that guy's head.
You could still be platonic friends and have those thoughts.
Interesting. Maybe. I choose not to. I think online's okay.
Well, if you're friends with a gay man and he has sexual thoughts about you, does that make your friendship with him any less of a friendship?
Yes, makes you both gay.
But you have no idea that he's having these thoughts.
You should know. You should know.
Okay.
Like, if I had a gay friend, you'd have to nearly be insulted if you even want to think about fucking her at some point, right?
Do guys think about having sex with almost every woman, even if they're not serious about it? They think about it.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, if they're old, no, or really fat and gross, obviously not. I mean, you got to be fair. But anyone who's in any sort of decent shape, you do think about it, or you want to picture them.
Think about what they'd look like naked.
You want to see what their vagina looks like, definitely.
And you are the expert at snatchies. You get a lot of them.
I don't get a lot of them, but
okay.
I do appreciate vaginas. Is that gay? Maybe. I know men now are supposed to like cock and pretend they're all gay. Who fucking knows? Fuck. Now you're making me angry.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, let's get to Twitter before we wrap it up. So Twitter.
Okay.
Who are you currently feuding with on Twitter? Because you're always in fucking fights.
I don't think I'm fighting with anybody right now.
Wrong.
Who am I fighting with?
Carly Kingsley. She thinks you're obsessed with her.
Okay. No, I'm not fighting with anybody.
Are you secretly in love with Pat Oates?
Definitely not.
But you don't like the bald guy?
It doesn't matter if he's bald. I'm not into Pat Oates.
Okay. So are you a big Pat Oates fan? Like, do you listen to his podcast?
Not anymore, no.
So why did you have a fight with Carly? What happened?
You've seen the messages she sent me.
But
I think she thought I had a thing for Pat or something, and then she started attacking me, and now I'm stalking her. So.
Okay. So it was the old green-eyed monster. She's jealous of you being in love with Pat in her head.
I guess so.
Okay, I'll just make a note of that in the file. And you had a big fight with Blanche. What was that about?
I don't know who she is. She just showed up one day thinking I was attacking her for something.
Were you attacking her?
I didn't know who she was.
She's a hockey chick. Loves hockey.
Okay.
Don't hate Blanche. No hate.
I don't care.
Blanche. Just making a note.
I will say, I want to get this out. I have to say, justice for Joe's butthole. So.
Yeah, that's right. Carly screwed him.
He was taken advantage of, and that is unacceptable.
Well, they had a written contract.
Exactly.
I mean, Carly is
as
a lawyer.
She should know.
Right.
That.
She should respect. A deal is a deal.
Mm-hmm.
And as we say in Australia, you break a deal, you face the wheel.
And he was opening himself up. I mean, she could.
Are you talking about his butthole? Did he have gape?
She could at any time like hold that over him like revenge porn. That is very dangerous. You shouldn't do that.
Well, that's what Danielle did to Joe. She had a photograph of Joe that he sent her in DM when he was trying to root her. And she put that out on open Twitter to suck up to Gina. So he's been hurt before.
Why did these girls take advantage of him that way? That's not nice.
Well, I think a lot of women are cunts.
Sure.
Who are your favourite Twitter accounts?
Don is my bestie. Dawn of the Dead.
He's an English guy.
And he's Scottish.
Is he? Isn't that England?
And no, it's not England, but he sends me these messages and I can't understand a word he says.
Like a voice message?
Yeah, it's unintelligible. The Scottish
I have seen Train Spotting. Have you seen Train Spotting?
I think I did a long time ago.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're all on heroin over there.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
He does send me a lot of pictures of his bus ride home, and it's not a pretty sight.
England looks bleak. It's always grey. The buildings are all like a red or a brown.
It always looks like it just rained for 20 hours straight.
It's fucking depressing.
Foggy.
Have you ever seen renovation shows based in England?
I think so, probably.
They've always got their laundry in the kitchen, which I think is weird.
And it's not in small refrigerators.
Yeah, everything's small. Everything's small and shit. Like, you have a separate laundry, right?
Yeah.
Why would you want a shitty fucking washing machine? You're cooking food and you're doing the washing in your kitchen. It's
and they don't have a dryer, so do they just hang it up to dry in the house?
I think they have dryers also in the kitchen.
Oh. Well, you can put like a towel in there.
I honestly, my wife wants to go to Ireland in England, and I don't want to go, of course, because I hate travel. But I think I'd get depressed in England. It's too dark. It's too gloomy. It's depressing how people live. I don't think I could go.
Ireland would be pretty.
What's pretty about Ireland?
You know, all the green. You think of green when you think of Ireland.
You're obsessed with marijuana.
Okay.
No, like, they talk funny. They're like, fiddly-dee, to be sure. Very annoying. It's like singing. Sing or talk. Don't sing, talk.
It is very sing-songy.
Guinness is shit. I don't like Guinness. Fuck off with the Guinness.
And
it's also
like drinking like sludge.
Yeah, and it's also too cloudy all the time. It's cloudy. You know, fuck Ireland. Cold, miserable, stupid fucking country. Why don't they move? Okay, so I ask every guest. What's that?
I said they're already kind of getting pushed out.
Well, a lot of Irish came to America and Australia, of course. I'm half Irish.
Yeah.
But I'm not an alcoholic, so there you go. What's the most annoying type of account on Twitter? Is it people who tag you in too much? Is it people who use too many GIFs? Is that how you say it? GIFs? GIFs? How do you say that?
I say GIFs, but the guy who created them said they're GIFs.
Fuck him. I'm going to say GIFs too.
Yeah, I say it too.
Is it the people who want too much attention for their appearance? Is it people who want pity? What's the most annoying type of accounts?
None of the above.
Go on.
The worst are the people who post pictures of their dying relative in hospital beds.
I don't see that.
Those are the worst. You don't see that? Oh my gosh. I'm going to start sending them to you.
No.
Like, pray for me. My son had a motorcycle accident and blah, blah, blah. And it's just some guy like all tubed up in a hospital bed.
I never see that. I didn't know that was a thing.
It is a thing, but that might fall under the pity thing.
That seems like a genuine thing. I don't know. What a bitch. I find like the sickness thing annoying. Like, I know that people get sick, but you know, no one really cares. Like, shut up.
Once you have more than 2 diseases, like, it's a mental problem.
Yeah, I agree. Like, and I think it's more admirable to have an illness, an injury, and just shut up and make the best of it and
take the Norm Macdonald route.
The who?
Norm Macdonald.
You know he's dead, right?
Yes, but he had cancer for years and no one knew.
Yeah, that's good. You're right. That's impressive. What do you think? Like, this is my last question, and then you can go be free. What do you think happened to Rickosaurus? Are you a fan of Rickosaurus?
No.
You didn't like his bloody dick?
I didn't like anything about him.
Right. So not, I'm just writing this down in your file, not a fan of Rickosaurus. Did you block him? Is blocking gay?
I didn't used to block, and then I said, you know what? I'm not going to put up with the bullshit anymore, and my life is much more pleasant.
No, it's gay. it's weak.
Oh, okay.
But I like engaging with haters, so to me that's fun. So, fair enough. But what do you think happened to Rick?
I hope he's dead or in prison.
Hope he's dead.
It would be a fitting end.
Hope he's dead. God damn. See, that's the hater I know. Let it out. Fucking motherfucker. All right. Well, thanks for doing my podcast. Was it painful?
No.
See, you're all right.
I would encourage anybody else to have a go at it if they'd like.
And were you on gummies during this recording?
I plead the fifth.
Fucking hell, Becki. Get your shit together. All right. Thanks, mate. Thanks for the show.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm like, that's what the world needs, another podcast.
That's right. From two comedians.
Yeah, my mom has a fucking podcast.